All right, let's get right into it. So, you're heading to Sri Lanka, the undisputed leopard capital of the entire world. But before you go, you've got a massive choice to make, one that can honestly make or break your whole trip. Are you going for the heavyweight champion, Yala, or its wild, untamed rival, Wilpattu? Trust me, picking the wrong one could mean missing out on all the magic. So, let's get you briefed for a safari that is absolutely legendary.
This is the #1 question you gotta ask yourself. What are you really after? Do you want that high-octane, high-action thrill of seeing as much as possible, even if it means you're sharing the moment with a few other jeeps? Or are you looking for something quieter, more personal, a true expedition deep into the wild heart of the island? Your answer to that one question changes everything.
Okay, first up, let's talk about the king, Yala National Park. This is the A-lister, the one everybody's heard of, and for good reason. It's the most famous, most visited park in all of Sri Lanka. You know, if safaris were a boxing match, Yala is the reigning world champion, famous for its knockout sightings.
And this, right here, is Yala's claim to fame. It's not an exaggeration, it's a scientific fact. Nowhere else on planet Earth will you find more leopards packed into one area. So if seeing one of these incredible cats is your absolute top priority, well, Yala basically stacks the deck in your favor. It's a global hotspot, and people come from all over just for this.
So what makes Yala so powerful? It's the sheer variety of its landscape. I mean, this is a place where the deep jungle literally crashes right into the Indian Ocean. One minute you're driving through these dry, open grasslands that feel like Africa, and the next you're plunged into these dense, mysterious pockets of forest. It's that drama that supports this amazing cast of characters. Not just leopards, but huge herds of elephants, the super elusive sloth bear, and crocodiles that look like actual dinosaurs just sunbathing.
All right, so here's the game plan for Yala. The essential strategy is to focus on Block 1. That's the heart of the action. It's where the leopard density is just off the charts. But, and this is a big but, you have to know you will not be alone. A great sighting often means a traffic jam of jeeps. It's all part of the high-energy experience. Think of it as the price of admission for a front-row seat at the greatest leopard show on Earth.
Now, let's switch gears completely and talk about Wilpattu, because this is a totally different world. If Yala is the summer blockbuster action movie, Wilpattu is the beautiful, award-winning indie film. It's actually Sri Lanka's biggest and oldest park, but because it was closed for a long time, it feels way more authentic, way more serene. And to really get Wilpattu, you need to know this one word, Villus. The park's name actually means land of lakes, and the entire ecosystem revolves around these beautiful, natural, rainwater-filled lakes. They act like magnets, drawing all the wildlife out of the forest for a drink, creating these just stunning, peaceful scenes.
And this really gets to the heart of what makes Wilpattu so special. The park limits the number of jeeps allowed in each day. Some days, you might find as few as 20 jeeps in the entire park. Can you imagine? It means for huge stretches of time, it feels like it's just you, your guide, and the jungle. You're not just spotting animals, you're on a real expedition, tracking them through this incredible, quiet wilderness.
And the rewards for that expedition? They're huge. You still have a fantastic chance of seeing leopards, but often in these really natural, intimate moments without anyone else around. But the real wild card here, the hidden gem of Wilpattu, is the rare sloth bear. It's one of the best places in the world to even have a chance of seeing one. Plus, you get spotted deer, water buffalo, and for bird watchers, it is an absolute paradise.
So let's just break it all down, side by side. The choice is actually pretty clear. You want that high-energy, almost guaranteed leopard sighting with big crowds? You go to Yala. You want a peaceful, authentic expedition into the wild with a great shot at seeing a rare sloth bear? You choose Wilpattu. It's that simple. Now listen up, because no matter which park you choose, I'm about to give you the single best piece of advice you're going to get. This is the secret. If you want to go from feeling like a tourist to feeling like a seasoned pro, you have to commit to the full-day safari.
Here's why this is an absolute game changer. 1, you start at dawn when the predators are hunting. But then the real magic happens right in the middle of the day. Around noon, all the half-day jeeps head back to their hotels. And you get to have a quiet picnic lunch on some remote beach, and for 2 hours, you have the entire park almost to yourself. It's unbelievable. You can go deeper, see more, and you're still there for that golden hour when everything comes back to life.
You know, we've talked a lot about strategy, but a great safari isn't about just ticking animals off a checklist. It's a feeling. It's about the sounds, the smells,
That absolute thrill of the find. It's about the vibe.
And I want you to remember this. Yeah, you're going to be bouncing around in that Jeep all day. That's not a bug, it's a feature. That's the rhythm of the safari. It's proof that you've left the smooth pavement behind, and you are deep in the wild. Wear it like a badge of honor.
Look, of course there's an entry fee, and you've got to pay for the Jeep, but I am telling you, all of that money becomes completely meaningless the moment your guide cuts the engine, points into the bush, and you hear nothing but the sounds of the jungle as a massive wild elephant crosses the road just feet from you. That feeling, that's priceless.
Okay, you've picked your park. You've committed to the full-day pro move. Now it's time for the final mission briefing. This is your rapid-fire guide to getting prepped for the ride of your life. So listen close, these little details really matter.
If you remember only one piece of packing advice, let it be this one. You are packing for 2 completely different seasons in a single day. Do not get caught out. It starts freezing cold and ends blazing hot, and you've got to be ready for both.
All right, final gear check. Let's go. Layers. A sweater, a jacket, something. You will thank me at 5 in the morning when that wind is whipping through the open Jeep. Next, sunscreen and a hat. Non-negotiable. By noon, the sun is just relentless. And please, listen to me on this one. Bring binoculars. They are the difference between seeing a brown spot over there and seeing the twitch in a leopard's ear. Grab your camera, for sure. But the most important thing to pack, a real, genuine sense of adventure.
So there you have it. The high-octane, leopard-fueled action of Yala, or the quiet, untamed serenity of Wilpattu. The choice is yours. The parks are waiting. The animals are out there. The only question left is, which call are you going to answer?